You're in luck today. We got the legend, and we're gonna teach you how to jibe on a wing foil. Tune in. Welcome back, you amazing people out there. Yes, today, Mr. Harry Andrews, the legend. We call him the legend. When you see him on the beach, he's the legend. This is Harry Andrews.
Only on the beach, though.
Only on the beach. So, we're super lucky to have him. He's an incredibly talented human. He's super knowledgeable. He helps so many people out there, and we're lucky to have him because he likes sharing that message to help you better your wing foiling or wing surfing abilities. And so to have him today is such a privilege. So thank you, Harry, for being here.
Oh, no, thank you, buddy.
Today we're gonna teach these amazing people out there how to jibe. So you're learning how to foil, you're kind of getting it dialed, you're feeling pretty good with the wing, but you're struggling to make that jibe or that turn. I think what I'll lead into, and then I'll let Harry take over, is everybody's gonna have a side which is comfortable for them to stand toe side. So why that's important is if the wind's at my back right now and I'm riding along, and we'll call it the wings right here, and I'm riding along heel side, for me the most comfortable way to make a turn to go this way, I'm actually gonna switch my feet, ride toe side, and then bring that kite up, transition around, and now I'm riding heel side this way. And then when I'm ready to go this way, I'm actually gonna bring that kite up, ride toe side, and I'm riding this way, and then I'm gonna switch my feet. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys out there is everybody's gonna have, whether it's regular or goofy, you're gonna have a side that's easier to ride toe side, and then a side that you wanna go heel side. And if you actually have two comfortable sides, all the power in you. I'm so stoked for you because not everybody has that ability. And you'll know what we're talking about when you go into this. But most important thing is know that one way you're gonna switch your feet before you make the turn, and another one, you're gonna make the turn toe side, then switch your feet. And that's what we're gonna try to help you today. So, Harry literally was learning jibes before anybody that I know, and he's got a great way that works for people. So break it down for him. Tell me what your opinion is and how to help him.
I think everybody I think it's like you said, everybody's got a good side and a bad side, and that good side will be either you're going out or you're coming in, depending on the wind direction when you're at the beach. And when you start out, you're going heel side, whichever way is your best way, you're gonna go way upwind. The other way, you're gonna struggle to get up, and you're gonna probably go downwind a little bit, but that'll cure itself in a matter of lessons, or keep going out there doing it. But when you do your jibe, and we're talking about a downwind jibe, yes, I'm the same as Damo too. If I'm going heel side, then I'll switch, and then I'm going toe side before I go to my left turn.
Now I'm gonna stop him right here because this is important. When Harry's right here, and you're now going toe side, explain to them what you're feeling with the wing.
The first thing is, and I see it all the time, and my son's working on it right now. He's working on his foil jibes, downwind jibes. You got to keep your speed up, and that's number one. And number two is before you enter your turn, you want to pick up speed, and because speed is your friend, it wants to carry you all the way through your downwind jibe. So when you come around, you're coming around here, and now when you're at this part here, if it's light wind and you're probably on a 6 or 7 meter. There's a trick, because usually it means it's light wind, you've picked up speed, you're probably going the same speed as the wind, and so now the wing is right here. Well, what'll happen is the wind will actually backstall your wing towards you because you're going so fast. So it'll almost slow you down. When it's lighter wind, I pick up the very leading edge of the wing, right at the very front, and hold it up, turn my turn, grab left hand, pull my right hand down, and slowly turn it in and start going upwind again. Now, and I'm heel side.
Now something he did right here for you guys to see. As he did this turn, you notice how his feet turned really far into the wind, because the biggest mistake everybody makes when they do this toe side turn is they end up going downwind. if I end up going downwind, there's no power in the wing. There's nothing I can do other than that foil is gonna drop or I'll be on the water. So like Harry, he turned from here all the way to here because that pressure increases when I turn. Now know when you're toe side, that wing, I gotta get a little more pull on that wing more than heel side because you're awkward. So just know that you may have to pull a little bit more to get a little more power out of that wing.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And so there's two things. When you go through your downwind jibe and your toe side, either you're gonna have a lot of wind and you'll be like on a 4 or 5 meter, 3, 4, 5 meter, let's say. So when you're holding it, you can keep your wing, both your hands, and keep it almost feathered into the wind, and that's gonna help pull you around there because the wind may be going 25 to 30. And so you don't have to lift it up and spin around and then switch your feet. You'll actually have your wing down here almost like a sail, and that'll help pull you all the way through your jibe. And then you switch it once you start going the other way.
Yeah, Harry's nailing an amazing point, and that is when you make your turn, if you can keep pressure in your wing, it's something to pull against. It'll make everything in that turn easier. If you're losing all that pressure, you become unstable, everything changes. Now, let's take it in steps. We want to start. Your first turn, you're going to start. So I'm going out to my right, I'm heel side, everything's cool. I make that switch, okay? I have the switch. Now I'm ready to make my heel side turn. I actually am going to ride right toe side. I'm going to pull in a little bit more on my wing to get my speed up. Then I roll my hips from being over my toe side edge. I roll them to heel side, and I follow that foil, and I follow the wing, and I turn, and instantly I'm back into the wind because I want to keep the tension. Now, you don't have to be on foil. Go ahead and drop down on the water wherever you need to. Just know that when you drop down, all the drag comes onto the board, so you have to be a lot more steady, get back up and going, but you're gonna learn that motion, and you're gonna do that one way, and then the other way you're gonna ride, same thing, but really focus on not going super far downwind, because when you go super far downwind, you lose all the power in the wing, and it's really hard for you to kind of keep that balance and control.
Yeah, and I think another point too is if you bounce down on the water because you're just starting out with your jibes, you won't be holding your wing up high because you'll have it in your hand trying to grab the most wind, and you'll have it pulled in that part where you're getting the most wind. It'll give you a lot of stability. It'll also pull you around through your jibe. Now when I go the opposite direction and I'm on my heel side and I don't switch my feet till after the turn, sometimes I'll find myself in a lull. So it's a good practice. You'll start pumping again. Just 1 or 2 pumps to pump yourself toe side or heel side. Just keep going, and then right away you'll be up and going again. Same thing as when you touch the ground, when you touch the water and you're doing your turn. As soon as you turn around, you feel comfortable, pump a couple times right away. You already have the speed. You just need a little bit more momentum to get you up and going again.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, Harry's nailing, this is a hard skill to master. I'm not saying this is easy, but what I would say is key points. When you go into your turn, get a little bit of juice. Speed is gonna be your friend. At first, you're like freaked out. You don't wanna go fast. Speed will be your friend because the second you turn downwind to make the turn, your speed starts to go away. And that speed will help you through that turn. Now, like Harry said, if I'm coming this way and I'm riding heel side and I'm just gonna go toe side around like this, if I start real slow, I may come off foil right away. So I'm gonna pull in a little more, get a little more juice, come all the way around, and now if I'm here and I'm losing everything in the wing, don't be afraid to try to pump and keep that speed up so that I can lift that board, switch my feet, and I'm back going heel side the other direction. This is a challenging part in wing foiling, but what I would say is really take your time in the turns. What I mean by taking your time is think it out before you do it. Don't just go out and just fire into it. Really watch these slow-mo parts in this video because Gwen, our amazing freaking rock star behind the camera, who could probably explain this better than we can, but yes, he will show you these slow-mo clips in this video that'll really help you see your body position and always keeping leverage on that foil from heel side to toe side. We don't want to be flat and just standing there. It's uncontrollable. So we want to keep the leverage as we go around these corners. And don't be afraid to make the turn, drop down off foil, switch your feet, build your way into it, build your way into staying up on foil.
One other thing, it just came to mind when we're sitting here talking, is that when you're ocean riding, and today we have a little bit of swell out there, and it's not, you're on the outside, the swell's maybe 2 to 3 feet just rolling along. When you go to do your downwind jibe, you don't want to jibe behind the wave, because it's the same thing when you're trying to paddle behind a wave. You lose all your speed whatsoever you had. You do want to turn in front of your wave, you know, a couple, 2 or 3 feet in front of it.
Very good point.
And what that'll do is that'll actually, your foil will catch the momentum of that wave, and it'll just help you ride along. It'll just give you that surge of power to going along, and you'll make that whole turn so much smoother.
And even a very good point. What Harry's really saying is, no matter what wave or even a piece of chop,
Yeah.
a piece of chop can have lift in it. So you want to make that turn into the ridge, a lifty part of that chop, and that's going to actually lift your foil, which creates and helps you keep that speed and momentum going. If I actually miss the wave and I go behind it, I'm going to lose the lift, so my turn is going to drop down more than likely faster than if I were to use a wave or something and use the lift. So always be aware, look ahead, you look for what you're going to turn on.
It's like when you switch your feet, you wait for the wave to pop up, just that little bit of pop up to change your feet on. When you go into your turn in front of the wave, it's always in front. If it's behind it, you'll fall off the wave, and no matter, you can pump all you want, that wave is like, it's pulled you backwards. It's taking all your power out from underneath you. So do it in front. And as you develop and get better and better, you'll know right where to catch it. And when you hit it, it's like hitting a wave. It has so much force and power on it. It's like you just have your wing standing up there and you just carve right into it, and you'll ride that wave without even pulling your wing in.
Yeah, and like we say with every step that we make in these videos for you guys, don't be afraid to start on the beach and walk through this wing process. Take that wing, walk your way through your hands. The more you can do that to learn how to jibe and to how to use that wing, the easier it's going to be when you transition to the water. If you just go to the water, sure, it may come, but it may be a lot more time to learn it, because you're going to be falling, getting back up, trying to get going again. Versus on the land, I can really learn my hands, understand the motion of what I'm going to do with the wing, and it's really going to help you in your progression. So spend some time on land. I know with Harry, I just got murdered for like 4 days straight, and Harry just watched me like, okay, I'm not going to do that, not going to do that, note to self, not going to do that, not going to do that. And then Harry went and learned in like 3 hours.
No.
It was ridiculous. I literally like packed it up, went home, and was like, I'm over this.
But Dan was right about practicing on the beach with the wing, because really I can't tell you, I'm working on some duck jibes right now.
See, and here he is, always trying to better me.
Yeah, no.
I can't handle this. I bring him down here to help him out, to help you guys out, and he's like, I'm doing back flips, front flips. No. I get it.
And that's it. I do practice it on the beach with the wing in my hand, flipping it around, because because you go out there and do it, you're immediately going to fall in the water, and you're going to be way downwind, and you got a lot to catch up on before you can go try it again. Hammer it down right here on the beach first, and then when you get used to flipping it and hanging on that wing, it's like, oh yeah, this is pretty easy. You get out there, well, now you're balancing your feet, and you're doing the wing, which you've already mastered on the beach, right?
I love it. Look, as you know now, we're going to have another video with the legend coming called duck jibing, so I don't even know what that is. So it's coming. It'll be in maybe next month's video, so we'll have plenty more with the legend here. So we can't thank this rock star more. He's super helpful, super valuable to you guys. Harry, we got to leave him a special message. What's the message we're going to leave him? What do you got for him?
Click and subscribe.
Click and subscribe. There you go. We're hiring him.
Never stop. Never stop. Get out in the water every single day you can. Some days you wake up and you go, oh, I just got to take it easy and have a little rum drink. No. Get out there, live life to the fullest, because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring.
Amen. That was as perfectly said as possible. The legend, Harry Anders. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We got many more videos coming for you. Duck jibe, back flips, front flips, a lot more coming. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Hey, buddy. Thank you.